What would you do if a stranger's desperate plea for help interrupted your quiet life and led you down a dark, twisted path? When Emma receives a chilling, mysterious call from a woman on the brink of disaster, she finds herself entangled in a web of secrets, danger, and betrayal. Now, she's racing against time to uncover the truth. But what if the truth is something far more terrifying than she ever imagined? Don't miss The Last Call, a story of suspense, twists, and shocking revelations that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Before we continue, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more thrilling stories. The night had settled quietly over the city, the streets illuminated only by the soft glow of streetlights. Emma sat at her kitchen table, finishing the last of her dinner, a light salad she'd prepared earlier. The sound of the clock ticking echoed through the empty apartment. A simple evening, one of routine, but one that felt like a moment of rare calm in Emma's chaotic life. She was alone, something that didn't bother her much anymore. After all, she was used to being alone in a world that seemed to be moving too fast. Emma's phone buzzed with a new notification. It was a text from her best friend, Sarah. "Hey, got the house to myself tonight. How about a girls' night? We can watch movies, have some wine. What do you say?" Emma smiled and typed back, "That sounds amazing, but I'm a little tired tonight. Maybe next time." She placed her phone back on the table and continued eating, unaware that this would be the last quiet moment she'd have for a long time. Later that evening, as the clock neared midnight, Emma lay in bed, unable to sleep. Thoughts about the future swirled in her mind. Her career, relationships, everything that felt just out of reach. The sound of her phone vibrating on the nightstand cut through her thoughts. It was an unknown number. She hesitated for a moment before picking up. "Hello," she said, her voice tinged with confusion. "Emma, you have to help me. I don't know what to do, I'm scared." The voice on the other end was panicked, breathless. It took Emma a moment to realize the voice was unfamiliar, yet somehow she could sense the urgency in it. "Who is this?" Emma asked, sitting up in bed now, heart pounding. The voice faltered. I need you to listen to me. I don't know what's happening, but I think I'm in trouble." "Who are you?" Emma asked again, more forcefully this time. "Why are you calling me?" The voice was quieter now, a mix of fear and confusion. "I don't have time. They're coming for me." Then, the call abruptly ended. Emma stared at the phone in disbelief. She was rattled, unable to make sense of what just happened. Her instincts told her to ignore it, to chalk it up to a wrong number or some kind of prank, but something in the tone of the voice gnawed at her. Someone needed help. The next day, Emma couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. She tried to carry on with her day as usual, attending work meetings and catching up on emails, but the call lingered in the back of her mind. Who had called, and why had they reached out to her specifically? After work, Emma decided to go to the police. They brushed off her concerns, telling her it was probably just a prank or a scam. But Emma felt that something more was at play. She had to know more. She began scouring the news, searching for anything that might explain the cryptic phone call. Hours passed, and there was still no sign of any relevant information. Emma's frustration grew as she tried to convince herself that maybe it was just a mistake. But deep down, she knew she couldn't ignore it. Not this Tim. A week passed, and Emma almost managed to put the incident behind her. Almost. Then one evening, while on her way home from work, she passed a small cafe and caught sight of something that stopped her in her tracks. A headline on a news website displayed on a television in the cafe window. "Missing woman found dead. Foul play suspected." Emma's heart raced as she stared at the photo of the woman on the screen. She didn't know why, but something about her face felt familiar. The more she looked at it, the more certain she became. This was the woman from the phone call. Without thinking, Emma hurried into the cafe and approached the TV. She quickly snapped a picture of the screen with her phone, feeling the weight of the discovery settle over her. Later that night, Emma searched for the missing woman's name online, Lily Hughes. The more she read about Lily, the more the pieces started falling into place. Lily was a woman who had recently moved to the city. She had no known family in the area, and her disappearance had been marked as a cold case. But what had caught Emma's attention was the mention of a series of strange phone calls made to Lily shortly before she vanished. Calls that had never been traced. Could the mysterious voice Emma heard belong to Lily? Was it possible that the woman was reaching out to her for a reason, trying to get help before it was too late? Determined to uncover the truth, Emma visited the police station again, this time with the information she had gathered. She showed them the news article about Lily's disappearance and demanded they take her seriously. But the police officers still seemed uninterested, dismissing her theory that the missing woman had called her. They suggested Emma had read too much into a simple coincidence. Frustrated and feeling powerless, Emma decided to take matters into her own hands. She started searching for any other connections between Lily and the mysterious voice, scouring social media, old news reports, and anything that could lead her to an answer. Emma's obsession with the case grew. She dug deeper into Lily's life, finding out more than she ever wanted to know. What she discovered sent chills down her spine. Lily's life had been filled with strange, cryptic encounters and odd patterns of behavior, as if she had been running from something, or someone, her entire life. It soon became clear that Lily wasn't the only one. There were others, missing persons who seemed to share similar experiences. And as Emma connected the dots, the terrifying possibility that someone or something was targeting these individuals became all too real. One night, after several weeks of research and sleepless nights, Emma received another call. It was the same voice, the same panic in the words. But this time, the words were clearer, more desperate. "They're here. I can hear them coming. Please help me." Before Emma could respond, the call dropped. She knew she couldn't sit idly by anymore. The answers she sought were just within reach, and she could feel the walls closing in around her. Determined to get to the bottom of this, Emma tracked down Lily's last known address. The house was run down, nestled on the outskirts of town, shrouded in darkness as if the very air held secrets. As she approached the front door, Emma noticed a strange symbol etched into the wood. It was something she recognized from her research, a symbol tied to an underground network, a secret society known for abducting people, manipulating their lives and erasing their pasts. Emma's heart pounded in her chest as she pushed open the door. Running through the dark house as fast as her legs would carry her. She could hear the footsteps behind her growing louder, and her breath was ragged as she tried to escape the clutches of the unseen pursuer. Emma reached the door to the basement and slammed it shut, locking herself inside. The man was closing in, and there was nowhere left to run. As Emma fumbled for something to defend herself, the figure finally appeared, his face partially obscured by a mask. "You should have stayed out of this, Emma," he growled, stepping toward her. Just as Emma braced herself for the worst, she heard a voice from behind the figure. "Enough!" The voice was clear, strong, and familiar. It was Lily's. "You've done enough damage," Lily said, stepping into view. "I couldn't let you go any further, Emma. But you're not the one I was protecting." Lily's revelation left Emma reeling. The truth was more twisted than she could have ever imagined. The real villain wasn't the man who had been chasing her. It was someone far closer to home. And as Emma slowly pieced together the fragments of the truth, she realized that the answers had been right in front of her all along. The moral of the story is that, in life, sometimes the truth is more dangerous than we expect, and seeking answers can lead us down dark paths. But it's important to remember that courage and determination can expose the truth, even in the face of danger. Always trust your instincts and never ignore the call for help. Sometimes, what seems like a small, insignificant moment can be the key to unraveling a much bigger story. If you received a mysterious call asking for help, would you take it seriously? Or would you think it was a prank? What would you do to protect yourself? Let's discuss it in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching The Last Call. Your support means the world to me. If this story kept you on the edge of your seat, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more suspenseful and thrilling content. Make sure to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on the next chilling mystery. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more thrilling stories that will keep you up at night.